Oh. Oh.
All right. Welcome, everybody, back to the Problematic Podcast. I'm your friendly neighborhood co-host, Rita, with my friendly favoritist neighborhood co-host, Whitney, who is moving her arms and shaking with Black Girl Joy this Black History Month. How are you, Whitney?
Oh, good. How are you?
I am fantastic. I have no complaints. I was lazy all weekend.
Amen.
I read books. I drank
Hello.
wine.
What did you read?
I read a book called Devil in the Grove, and let me give y'all a quick
Wait a
synopsis on it.
minute.
Let me start by saying
Not
this
Lucifer.
this book has taken me on an emotional roller coaster. Essentially, it's written by Gilbert King.
Mm-hmm.
And it follows the trial of four young men in 1949 who were accused of raping four African American men in 1949 Florida who were falsely accused of raping a white woman.
Oh,
They were
Lord.
known as the Groveland Boys. The story intertwines the story and the work of Thurgood Marshall before he was a Supreme Court justice when he was working for the
Mm.
NAACP. And essentially, the NAACP was handpicking cases throughout the nation to set legal
Yeah.
precedent in an attempt to push civil rights forward.
Yeah.
So, after the initial trial where the boys were convicted, one young man was shot.
Jesus.
As he was apprehended. Another the three young men went to trial. There were four altogether. Three young men went to trial and were convicted, and that's when Thurgood Marshall comes in because he's fighting on appeal. They took it to the Supreme Court, had their initial trial thrown out, and they got a second trial. Well, two of the men who went to trial together were handcuffed and were being taken to court for their second trial, and the sheriff in the town during transport took them both out of the car and shot them both, killed one, the other survived. Ultimately,
Oh, my God.
they were the one man who did go back to trial was sentenced to death, and another young man who wasn't even there. This man was 20 miles away when this
Mm-hmm.
case happened. He was also convicted, but they asked for leniency. The all white jury asked for leniency, but ultimately, just to keep it simple, the case follows the work that Thurgood Marshall was doing at the time, as well as the events of the trial and this horrendous county sheriff who pretty much made these boys' lives hell and did everything to murder them and make them disappear once the white people in the town realized that they didn't do it. So I had the opportunity to start and finish this book today, and it was incredible. I don't think I've ever yelled and cursed so much out loud in all of my life. But yeah, it was a hell of a way to start Black History
That
Month.
is
Now,
a way to start
yeah, I'm
the
all over the
month.
place. So yeah, check
My
out Devil in the
goodness.
Grove if you're interested in cussing at people this month. How about you? What you been up to?
So I have just populated my Libby with a bunch of books.
Come on, Libby.
For those who are unfamiliar, Libby is a free app that works with the public library system in your state, municipality, that sort of thing, and it uses your library card to take books out of your library. Um, and then you don't have to worry about like returning them because they'll just be like, "Oh, your 14 days is up. This book is getting returned."
There you go.
You don't have to worry about like losing them or anything. It's great. And they have audiobooks because audiobooks that counts as reading.
It does.
No, there's people who think that audiobooks doesn't count as reading. I'm like, what an ableist way to live your life.
Oh, must be nice. Check your
Must be really
privilege.
nice. Okay. Okay.
Your
We all
privilege.
have privileges. We all have privileges. And some of us have to be the example to acknowledge our privilege because some folks,
Just won't.
refuse to they
They
refuse
just
to
won't.
acknowledge their privilege. And we're looking at them like, anyway, we just talked about your book. A lot of privilege in there. Um, I'm getting ready to. I have not actually cracked this book open yet, but I'm getting ready to read The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin. I feel
Ooh,
like I'm in trouble.
you are.
I feel like I'm not ready because This Mr. Baldwin always gathers me.
Everybody, whoever's
Oh,
standing in the room within
ooh,
earshot is
I'm
getting
not gonna
their
have
edges snatched.
I'm not gonna have neck hair by then. Oh, this
Mm-mm.
is like all the back hair on the back of my head is gonna be gone because this man
Kitchen disappeared.
just snatching people up. So it's that and Sister Outsider by Audre Lorde.
Oh,
They're up. Yeah, they're my two that I'm going to start listening to on audiobook this week.
come
And
on, Black History Month reading. I see you
we'll
celebrating in great ways.
see.
I have to share what I have been listening to
Yes,
real quick.
yes. No, take your time. They're here to
Well,
listen.
it's two things. One, I've been listening to a lot of Run DMC lately. There's a Run DMC
Yeah.
doc. Yeah, there's a Run DMC documentary that I stumbled on the other night while I was unable to sleep on Thursday night, called Kings from Queens, the
Mm-hmm.
Run DMC story. Now, I will preface this by saying, y'all know we have had some harsh words for Russell Simmons on this show. Russell Simmons is
Ooh,
a small
tomato,
part of this
tomato.
documentary. Obviously, he's brothers with one of the Run DMC members. So he does have his parts in the documentary. But for anybody who is a fan of classic hip hop or just likes hip hop documentaries or black music documentaries, especially during this month, the Run DMC documentary was really, really good. It shows how they became a group and how they navigated hip hop in its early stages, them being the first major hip hop group, them being the
Mm-hmm.
first quote unquote rock star, showing how they used their celebrity
Mm-hmm.
to create the first sneaker deal in hip hop, their brand deal with Adidas, and how that came about. It was actually based in like when they wore their shell top Adidas with no shoestrings, it was
Mm-hmm.
based in like having been incarcerated and when they take your shoestrings and having this incredible story of how they leveraged the first $1 million like sports apparel endorsement deal. It was a really great story. And
That's
on top of
wild.
that, you encounter a lot of the songs that, of course, our parents liked, but you haven't heard in years. So I, of
Mm-hmm.
course, downloaded a lot of Run DMC.
Lots of
And then
music.
I learned that Down with the King is a hip hop Christian song. I had no idea. It's like gospel, but hip hop. Go back and
Wait,
listen to it. Yeah, girl, blew
wait.
my mind. Okay. Down with the King
I
is
mean, it sounds like it from the
gospel
title.
hip hop.
Now that you mention it,
I was like, this shit's pretty good. It's 3 episodes. I ended up binge watching it in one night. So I have been listening to a lot of Run DMC, and there's this song called Hard Fete by Bungie Garland that I encountered on TikTok, and it's like soca music. I love soca music.
oh yeah,
And if you need something to make you get up and wash your dishes, because I relate everything to a chore.
cleaning house.
Cleaning
Mm-hmm.
house, and I also vacuumed my car out to this song. So
Oh, look it.
Harfete Bungee Garland, go ahead, shake something. You will enjoy it.
You
Check
want
it
to
out.
move? Mm-hmm.
You been listening to anything on this lovely Black
Mm-mm.
History Month? No,
Mm-mm.
no, I don't believe that, but okay.
Mm-mm. To be young, gifted, and black, Nina Simone. Uh, Black Parade, Beyonce.
Come on, somebody.
Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud by James Brown.
The
Uh,
James Brown.
what else? There's another. I have so many black. Tank and the Bangers has this great song called Black Folk. Tank
Okay.
and the Bangers. They
And the
sing it with
bangers.
Alex Isley,
Oh,
which any
I'm
song with
in.
Alex Isley, any godly that voice. I just be like, all right, sis, like if
I love
someone
you.
makes an album of like an album soundtrack of my life
Hmm.
in this particular soft life season that I'm living in,
God bless you, friend. I'm so
my black
happy
girl
for
soft
you.
life. Uh, soft fro, soft life. Because they said hard. What was it like? Hard wig, soft life was like the thing.
You know what?
So I said soft fro, soft life. Listen, shout out to the soft fro because she's nice and coily. My baby, she loves it. She
She's
loves my
giving.
natural hair. I
The
know.
hair
She's
is
so excited
giving.
about her hair. It's all the way down her back. But
Come on, long hair. I
girl,
care.
listen, she cares. Very, very excited. I have magical hair. Why is it magical?
She does
Because
have
if
magical
you
hair.
right, she does. And she's
She
like, if
does.
you pull it and you let go, it shrinks. And I was like,
Yep.
it does. That's magic.
That baby said it's magic and it is.
I'm not disputing it.
Out of the mouth of
I'm
babes,
not
okay?
disputing it. You are magical. Yes, my honey. But yes, just a bunch of black ass shit. That's what I've been listening to
I'm just
because I need I'm not allowed to yell at people yet, right?
No, you absolutely can. It's the Problematic Podcast, not the We
Okay.
Stay in Order and Follow the Rules podcast.
Okay. I didn't want to like
No, go for it.
because you had good feels over there.
I don't know. It's Black History
I
Month.
don't
Let's
want to
drag
ruin it.
some people.
I don't want to ruin it. Hi,
Hi.
it is February. Carter G. Woodson created Negro History Week over 100 years ago, I believe. Uh, and the whites still have not quite gotten their grips on this. And when I say the whites, y'all know the whites I'm talking about. Not every white person, clearly. But the bigots online who want to be like, well, wait a minute, history myth. And like, y'all only ever do this when you're not centered. And so I posted the other day a video of a birthday party where there's a little boy trying to blow out the candles of his smaller brother, right? And the dad keeps blocking him from blowing out the candles with a plate, with a paper plate. And because that's what they remind me of. And it's just like the little boy finally blows out his own candles on his own cake. And the boy who was trying to blow out the candles has a temper tantrum meltdown. Just a
Loses it.
meltdown, loses it because he couldn't blow out the candles to the cake that wasn't his. That's what y'all look like. Y'all look like the spoiled child. Not saying that this particular child was spoiled. I don't know what's going on. It could have been vengeance that he was trying to get from the other kid blowing out his candles at one point. I don't know the backstory. But you miscreants, you look like spoiled little children when it ain't your birthday. Like, how would you feel if somebody walked into your birthday party and cut up, act stupid, acted a fool? I know some of y'all actually do this because
Every
I've
year.
seen it on social
I've
media
witnessed
where
it.
some of y'all y'all are like friends, but y'all have like secret competitions in your brain, and you be just competing with each other, and so y'all try to ruin each other's birthday, but like not be the person who ruins it. Ugh, like y'all get on my nerves. And y'all act like this every single Black History Month without fail. And y'all want to cut up like it's already enough that we didn't get the Ravens in Detroit with Usher because I wanted the Soul Bowl. I wanted the Soul Bowl. I wanted this to happen. I don't even like sports. I don't even watch them. I'm not invested in nobody playing. But Usher
Usher.
and
Usher.
Detroit
And Baltimore.
and Baltimore as my
Baltimore, as my grandma would say it.
yes, I have a few family members of my own that would call it Baltimore with a D. The only thing that really saves that is that they are in Las Vegas, and I'm like, I don't want all them Negroes in Las Vegas.
Mm, I kind of
Mm,
do, but that's just
no,
I am a sucker for chaos.
you are
Whitney used to call me the goddess of
the
chaos, and
goddess of chaos. She
I was
is
I was
just
ready for Soul Bowl.
yeah. I wanted a Soul Bowl, and so maybe that's my side note, like yelling to at the NFL. But to all of you knuckle draggers who can't deal with the fact that every February consistently it has been Black History Month and we talk about black ass things. And like I was like leading off with joy. Like I wrote like a whole bunch of things that I was debating if I was gonna read it off. What do you
You
think?
should. Come on, let's do
Y'all
it.
want to hear it?
We
It
do.
it was a random tweet and I was just feeling it. Now like I had just spent some time with my daughter, and y'all know I get all inspired from this small child. She brings me so much joy, y'all. I can't even. Why am I looking at for it this way? Why, Whitney? I'm an elder, and I'm getting my knee popped today.
You know what? Were you percolating?
No,
Okay.
I was walking up a
Next
stair.
next time, just lie to us and tell us you were percolating.
Yes,
Okay. It sounds better than that.
I was rescuing a bunch of children from a bobcat. Oh,
There you go.
I
That
was not.
sounds
I was
better.
walking up a stair, guys. We're just getting older. So I said, and it's long, but it's not long.
We ain't doing nothing.
I wrote happy. We have to keep reminding each other that we're here to produce a show that people listen to.
We are.
We try not to take up each other's time otherwise, y'all. Happy Black history, Black present, Black future, Black love, Black joy, Black health, Black healing, Black people, Black community, Black family, Black kids, Black culture, Black creativity, Black ingenuity, Black legacy, Black innovation, Black liberation, Black existence month. And that's what I
Snap,
tweeted.
snap, 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 snap.
That's what I tweeted. And it was like everybody was feeling it until the bigots came. And it was just like
The
it's a,
bigots were beside themselves, baby.
Do we want to dive in? Do we want to do this?
Yeah, we do. This is what we're here for.
Someone tweeted, maybe Black History Month, maybe Black History back in the day was good, but recent Black history is sad story of crime, family breakdown, dependence, thug culture, drugs, irresponsible financial management, and the number one killer of Black people is other young Black people, nothing to celebrate. And
What?
I'm an asshole. And let me tell you why I'm an asshole. I said I find it mildly amusing that the same group responsible for gross colonization, mass human trafficking, multiple mass murders, resources theft, ethnic cleansing, and a racial caste system that we are still feeling the effects of today wants to talk about crime.
The audacity of you mofos.
You won. You won. And so he got mad and he said, "Bitch, get yourself a hobby rather than blaming white people for everything." Most
He was big man, huh?
real mad. Most of that shit was done years and years ago. And that's been the way of the world for centuries. We aren't a racist country. You're just a damn dirty communist with nothing to offer but grievances. And
Yo,
so
you were called a communist. You've made it. You've
said,
made it.
I said, wow, this is what happens when you present facts and they get all in their feelings.
Girl, he was beside him. He had nothing. He had nothing.
Emotional. That happened years and years ago. No, honey. Like, look at Hawaii. Look at Puerto Rico. Like, we're
Baby.
still taking land from people. We're still taking things from people. We're still not honoring the treaties to the natives. Like, this has been a. What do you mean this is not a racist country, honey? How was it founded? How was it
Standing
founded?
Rock was just a few short moments ago in the grand scheme of things. Oh, I know he was over there punching the air.
You mean to tell me that the mass human trafficking that literally provided the capital that this country needed to survive as a nation. This nation was literally built on stolen land, cultivated by stolen
Stolen
people.
people.
And you want to tell me that this is not a racist country, baby? Baby, we're still fighting for civil rights, not even equal. Civil.
Civil.
Civil. We
Just
want
regular, we're
civility.
alive and we would like some rights.
Kiss my whole ass. Yeah, you got embarrassed online. And I got blocked. But I like to save screenshots. I like to save screenshots when y'all act like this. I really, 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 really do. I
Oh,
quite literally do.
I hope he's sliding
Um,
down a wall somewhere.
someone was like, "When do we get to celebrate White History?" I was like, "I don't know. Doesn't it start on January 6th?" No.
Not Mayo Day. That's
So
funny.
someone said, I'm starting an organization for the advancement of white people and Caucasian peoples. It's the NAWCP. We're going to look out for white people and Caucasians everywhere. Please inbox me for more information. And someone sent them this slapping gift. First of all, I love it when other white people get mad on my behalf.
Because come on, you're embarrassing.
I love it when other white people get mad on my behalf. Like they're just, and I just let them go. I'm like, you know what? Fine. You know what? Y'all are getting together. Y'all are getting together and doing the community work that we've been asking you to do. This is the work. When we talk about doing the work, this is the work that we were talking about. Um, and so I said something to the effect of, because I can't find the exact tweet now, but I said something to the effect of, actually, interesting Black history fact, the NAACP was actually founded by people of multiple races, including white people. And I said, also, please pay attention that the reason why organizations like the National Association for the Advancement of Color People are necessary is because white people's default is exclusion.
Off the bat. Like
I was like you're exhibiting right now.
today, here, proving our point.
Just got so angry at me. And I was like, thank you for proving my point. He was like, how did I prove your point? But anything other than hypocrisy that blacks have towards white. More blacks ask for segregation now than ever. So why are you so offended about me offering up segregation? I was like, this is why we need more blacks.
Did
This
this
is why
bitch
we need.
just say she was offering? She said it out loud. She's offering up segregation.
Yeah. I'm offering you more since that's what you want. And I was like, this is why we need more Black history. We need more than Black History Month. We need just more Black history. Because they started talking about we're gonna have historically white colleges and universities. I'm like,
You
sweetheart,
mean just college?
You do realize this is not going, and I stopped her. I was like, this is not going to go well for you. And I said, do you
Oh,
know the reason
baby.
why HBCUs were even created? I said, because we were barred from even entering. Please see these two examples. And there were literal letters, like
Mm.
letters written in, one was written in 1959, and I believe the other one was written like sometime close. So it was like not that long
So,
ago. I'm like,
like
this is
when our
not,
aunts and uncles and shit were alive? Got
yeah, yeah, yeah. Our grandmothers were like young and like fine and shaking it out there.
it.
That's
Young and fine.
but they're our grandmothers, so they're like right there, and it's just like I'm like, this is not even that long ago, and I was like, this is why we need more comprehensive Black history teaching. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? What
Baby,
else?
they are just out here drowning, just
Man,
suffering.
listen,
They see Black joy and just
ooh, had
sliding down the wall. You
had
would
a
not.
blast. Like part of my Black history offering is to troll every time, to troll every single time. Someone said, "Let me guess, you're Black," and I said, "I'm really proud of it." And I'm really proud of it. Like, y'all keep acting like this is like a negative thing. Like so someone tried to take my words, the things that I just read off, and turned it into white stuff. So
Oh
it's
God,
a
not what stuff.
yeah, white celebration, white this, white that, white this, white that. And they're like, and see, it's not the same, is it? I was like, no, because you guys have a history of exclusion. See, I can celebrate Black culture and Black history, and it has no effect on anyone else celebrating their culture and their history. Meanwhile, every single time somebody has celebrated white power or white advancement or something like that, it's always to the detriment of other people.
And
See, I
y'all
can
be wearing
celebrate
those pointy hoods a lot of times when you do it
and
too.
them
We've
funny
seen
little
the
symbols,
photos.
them funny little symbols, which are inbred children. Because that cousin was just looking good in the moonlight of the swamp that night. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet.
Woo! You were giving them hell this weekend, weren't you?
I told you I was having a blast. Having a blast in honor of the ancestors. But,
Jamaican air horn.
no, I'm sorry. I don't mean the Jamaican air Force.
I
Giving them
love it.
hell. I know that
There's
31% that's sitting up in me, the 31% of white that's sitting on my genealogy is
I
just sitting there just
can't.
like, girl,
This
girl.
is let them take your foot off their neck, Whitney. Let them breathe.
Why?
No, no.
Why?
I mean, you're
Not for
right.
29 days.
Nah.
29, all of them days, because it's a leap year.
I love it.
29.
Oh, baby, I love a leap year.
Mm-hmm.
I am happy to see that Whitney is out here celebrating in great black ass fashion. It really does make me happy and make me feel really good. I have to
Uh-oh.
now. I'm happy that we're all celebrating and we're all doing amazing and wonderful things. But my black cousins pissed me off this weekend, and I kind of I
What the
want to fuss a little
girls
bit.
do?
I'm gonna jump into my problematic people real quickly. To the, and I know you're African American, I know you're one of us, to the African American who has been running the Cheryl Lynn
Oh
fake
my
Twitter
God.
account, you raggedy, dusty, ashy, knock kneed, no home training having, crusty eyebrow, bad breath smelling, no church on Sunday, ain't seen you in a month of Sundays, bastard. You raggedy bastard. How dare you? I've been sitting up here every night giving my family updates about Cheryl Lynn and her church success and how proud I am and singing encore every day. And I'm following these tweets, and it ain't even my auntie Cheryl Lynn. I
It
don't even
ain't,
know where Cheryl Lynn is right
it
now.
ain't her. It ain't her. Is she okay? Does someone know if she's all right?
I
Has
don't know.
anyone laid eyes on her?
I thought she was fine, but now I don't know. I have learned so much and yet absolutely nothing from this account. As y'all know, as I have shared, you know, Eddie Kendrick's Intimate Friends is one of my favorite songs. I know I'm old for that, but I learned that Cheryl Lynn provided some of the background vocals on that song. I'm like, bitch, that just makes the song even better. I learned that from the fake ass Cheryl Lynn account. When I find who you are and how you misled us as a people, and then to have that news exposed during Black History Month, I pray until you do right by Twitter
Until you
and
do right.
Sherilyn's fans, everything you touch gonna crumble. And I
Listen,
just hope that your grandma find out and is ashamed of your ass. How dare you? How dare you mislead us? How dare you? I was so Whitney, I was devastated. I do appreciate that Dionne Warwick learned how to turn on front facing camera though and shoot herself a little video real quick.
she said, listen,
She hopped on Twitter and Instagram with a video. She said, just so y'all know, my name is Dionne Warwick and this is my account. And when y'all gets the tweets from me,
that's
they
me.
is from me, baby.
Me and mine. Mm-hmm.
I also
Mm-hmm.
love somebody posted a picture of Dionne Warwick on the red carpet. I don't know what event it was, but she had a pack of cigarettes and a lighter in her hand on the red carpet. And I was like, Auntie.
No, 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 that didn't happen.
It did.
No, it didn't happen.
I'll send you the picture. It
No, no,
absolutely
no, no,
did.
no,
I
no.
said, Auntie didn't give a damn. She couldn't even put them in her brassiere. You couldn't put them in your pocket, Auntie? Please. My favorite
All
great
over the room.
auntie, Dionne, was out here wilding.
I
I
love
said,
her.
I love her. Every time she gets online, I'm like, you know what? More senior citizens need access to Twitter. I want to hear their thoughts. I actually don't want to hear you young people's thoughts. Y'all actually
No,
make my stomach hurt. Why did she
actually,
do that?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Why she ain't put her cigarettes away?
I mean,
Auntie, why are you smoking?
she's just letting you know that she don't give a damn. She's letting you know. Like, not only do I not care that you guys care that I'm smoking, but like I don't care that I'm carrying this around. I don't care.
Just on the red carpet.
Minding her business.
Do we want to quickly talk about Janelle Monáe's Grammy party?
I don't think it'll be quick.
And no, it's gonna be quick
That
because
woman is stunning. My God. How do you function?
Janelle
And by
Monáe
the way, I'm sorry. I'm
is
sorry for tweeting at you like that. It was a little
so
aggressive.
let me tell y'all what my favorite co-host did. I'm sitting up minding my business on a Saturday night, not bothering a soul. I'm literally behaving myself. I'm not out doing nothing ratchet. I am home with my family, minding not my damn business. And Whitney sends me a mess. No, she tweets me.
I did tweet you.
And it is a photograph of Janelle Monáe's fine ass hugged up with
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Rowland's fine ass
Mm-hmm.
at Janelle Monáe's pre-Grammy party. And
Mm-hmm.
I just want to take a moment to say,
I'm sorry.
I'd like to see it just once. Just
You might
and I'm gonna leave
explode.
it and I'll leave it there.
You're like, that's the way to
It's
go.
it's just way too much fineness, too much sexiness, too much chocolate. And you know have a weakness for chocolate. Just too much chocolate
In
in
the same
one
space.
photo. And all of the footage I saw from the all of the footage I saw from the party, which clearly my invite got lost in the mail. Janelle, next time, make sure I get my invitation. Everything I've seen from this event was just absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And the black people who were there were just stunning and gorgeous. And I don't understand that one. Like you said, she is a siren. I think Janelle Monáe could probably get anybody on this planet to do anything she wanted. She just got that air about her. I really do believe it.
I
And
believe it.
I just want to be in the room. I'll just sit in the corner and
In the
watch. I'm
room where
okay
it
with that.
happens, the room.
That's just where I want to be.
In the room where it happens.
I don't freak out when I see celebrities, but I feel like if I ran into Janelle Monáe in like an
I feel
Atlanta
like you would
mall,
lose it.
all of it, I might.
Whatever you had, it will be lost. Everything. You would lose it, whatever that is.
I'm going to
It's lost.
embarrass my mama that day. I'm
The wife,
sorry.
everybody. Everybody's getting
Everybody's
embarrassed.
embarrassed. Everybody, because I'm going to have a
I'm
moment.
gonna be like, you know what? It was bound to happen. Just let her be. Just let
I
her be.
deserve. Thank you. You get me. You always support my shenanigans.
Of course, that's why we're on this problematic ass podcast
I
together.
really appreciate that about
Just let
you,
her be. Somebody
though.
get her some water. Like, just
Please.
please rehydrate this person.
Oh yes, because
Please
baby,
rehydrate, my friend.
I just
Help her.
mm.
Why is Killer Mike being led out of the crypt? Why, first of all, why is the arena called the crypto.com arena? Um, why is Killer Mike being led away from the Grammys after winning 3 Grammys?
Led away. Oh, did he go down there and do something niggerish?
I gotta find out. I'm like, what did
Did
Killer
this
Mike
just
do?
happen? This is happening
This is happening live. I'm
in real
looking at this
time, guys.
in real time because I flipped over to just see what happened.
I just want to
What did
say
he do?
I'm celebrating the fact that Black Twitter is so petty because the Grammys are on
Hmm.
currently while we are recording. Um, but what I do know is the only reason why I knew Killer Mike won best rap song is
Oh
because
Lord.
y'all immediately got on Twitter and celebrated the fact that Nicki Minaj did not win best
Y'all
song.
are so incredibly petty. Pun intended. Y'all are so
Y'all
incredibly
will
petty.
not grow up for I mean my phone lit off like a firecracker with y'all just letting me know. I forgot that the Grammys were on, which
Well, I
it's pretty bad,
mean,
but I spent the day reading and not
I'm
wearing
not
real
here.
pants. So
We're not here to judge you.
thank you,
Well,
friend.
I'm not here to judge you. They might.
They
But
might.
I'm like, I'm not watching it either. I was scrolling through Twitter while we were chatting because I was trying to see what was happening. And I'm like, oh, Killer Mike is apparently being let. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
what happened? What happened?
Look at freaking Fantasia. My
She
God,
is
today.
so okay. Listen,
What who
I know
has been
I'm,
doing the I was gonna
I
say who
know
has been doing the body, but God forbid she dies. Like
we're
I'm
so
sorry.
fucking black.
I don't know
That
what's
is
wrong
the
with me.
blackest shit I've
Who's
heard.
doing
Who's doing the body? Who's that is
I
the
just meant
episode
who's getting her
title.
you better die.
Who's doing the body?
You better not.
That
First of all, she looks uh damn
okay.
amazing. Like look at the
The Fantasia's Grammy look is
oh my God, I can't
not
even
to be
describe it.
gay again,
I
but
mean, but
delicious,
you can be as gay as you want, friend.
tasty.
Like
I want it.
this outfit. Well, I'm looking at the fashion.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're looking at the person. I'm looking at the fashion.
One
I'm
of
like,
us
this
has to be
gown
the
is
gay one
quite
here, and
lovely. No,
it is,
one of us is a straight and one of us is gay. It's
and it's a
okay.
me.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
you.
me.
And sexuality is not a choice. You can't help that you're constantly bombarded by all these amazing looking
Fine ass
celebrities.
black ass women.
Yes,
I gotta record an album so that I can go to the Grammys.
that would be hilarious, by the way.
Oh, I deserve
I I could see it. I could see it happening. I will be rooting for you from my couch.
no, you're coming with me.
Shay has to go with you.
No, she don't. She's
Yes,
not.
she
No, cause
does.
she gonna be a blocker. No, she can.
Your wife.
Yes, that or I'm gonna have to fight with her for Janelle because she love her like I love her. And then
Your wife. Your wife is a
yes,
blocker.
yeah,
I think that's
yes.
her job.
That's how wives work. You are one. You two are a
Isn't that
blocker.
her
I
job?
guarantee you. To be a blocker? No,
Yeah.
it's to love and advance all of the things that I love and
Okay, girl.
support me.
Oh, I do have somebody else I want to yell at.
Ooh, she rubbed her hands
The
together.
New York fucking
Oh,
Times.
boy.
How the fuck dare you say that the haircut that whatever his name is, Travis
Oh,
Kielce
Travis Kielce.
is wearing is called the Travis Kielce. That is a fade. The
I
fade
fade.
was perfected over decades. It started off as a military haircut. Well, it has its roots in military haircut, I don't know, history. Um, but it has been perfected over the decades and it gained its prominence in the 1980s in Black neighborhoods, Black culture. You
Nas
know,
put the fade on the map. Go ahead
listen,
and say it, Whitney.
Big Daddy
Go ahead and
Kane.
say it.
Big Daddy Kane. The high top fade. Like we had all different types of fades. And the fade knows no gender. Okay.
No.
Because
Mm-mm.
I've seen some sisters.
I dated one. Listen, unapologetically. I said, bitch, I did not know that you could make a fade look so goddamn fine. Oh my God.
Okay. Fine as hell.
We did
Okay.
it.
As a
We
person
did
who also has enjoyed men wearing fades. And then here comes my curly haired husband.
Your husband got the good hair.
I
I've seen
know.
it. I've seen
That's
it.
why the baby walk around looking like that. This she ain't got the sheep's wool, okay? Her curl has a little curl to it. Mommy's goes a zigzag. But
Oh my
the
God.
point is, this is what y'all did with the damn cornrows when y'all were talking about boxer braids or the Bo Derek braids or the Kim Kardashian braids. This is when y'all talked about the mini buns and their bantu knots. This is what we're talking about when we've been wearing bonnets for generations, and some random white woman wants to make them silk, which they've already been in silk, but then she wants to sell them and call them a nightcap. This is what y'all do. This is what happens when Sister Rosetta Tharpe is like working through some songs, and then a man named Elvis comes along.
And steals them.
This is what you do when you're walking around on your damn continent, and and Jarvis and whoever the hell else who's burning in this African sun comes and trying to take you. Theft. Theft.
Theft.
Stop stealing stuff. Stop renaming stuff. Please give it its cultural reference. This y'all just keep proving that you don't have any cultural competency, that you are sheerly lacking in Black editorial voices or anyone who's familiar with Black culture. Because how the fuck dare you? Now you're getting embarrassed online, and your credibility is shot. It's already bad that y'all. This is horrendous, by the way. They let an opinion piece roll that described the Middle East groups in the Middle East as pests, wasps, infestation. And I don't have to, all different types of larvae, but all
Dog
types
whistles.
I don't have to tell you that when you start describing people as pests, that leads or further undergirds genocide. So that's not helping y'all clear any of the allegations
At all.
and it's bad that y'all let that run. And it's an opinion piece, and I'm like, why would you let this run? Why would anyone with good goddamn sense let this shit run? Why? Why? You're not clearing the allegations. You're losing subscribers. Me being one of them. But this Travis Kielce thing, I was just like, this was the door fucking slam on all of it.
It's
I was
insulting.
leaving. I
It's
slammed my
insulting.
laptop shut. I put it in my purse, and I did the Viola Davis eye roll, and I stood up like LeBron James with that bag and walked off the stage.
You know, that LeBron James exit was gold. I'm never going to let go of that because I watched
You're
it in
never
real
gonna let it
time
go.
and it was
No way.
I did.
I
I
would
was
have died.
actually one of the very rare press conferences that I watched, and I was like, "Oh, he picked up his man bag and he got the fuck
Listen,
up out of there." He was
he
pissed.
grabbed his Birkin and left.
I agree with Whitney. I saw the fodder online saying that Travis Kielce was putting the fade on the map, and the craziest thing is Travis Kielce isn't even the first white guy to
Nope.
wear a nice fade. I would
Nope.
like to point y'all out to a young man or an older man named Paul Wall, who's also been
Hello.
wearing fades for a
Hello.
long ass time. You y'all keep playing in our faces,
Right.
and it's pissing me off during Black History Month.
Right.
That's the part that's pissing me off.
Right.
But we're gonna stop cussing at y'all for just 1 minute and beg y'all for some letters, and we will be right back. You know, we always love to hear from you at the Problematic Podcast. So if you have a problematic question or story, feel free to email us at theproblematicpod@gmail.com, or now you can text us at 267-225-4648. Again, that's 267-225-4648. Standard messaging rates apply. We love to hear from you. Now let's get into today's problematic letters. And we're back, and we're cussing more people out. No, go for it. She came in hot. Go for it.
Because I'm pissed. I just saw, okay, all right. We all remember being sick as like kids in elementary school, and you go over your grandmom's house, and what do? You lay on that velvety couch,
Sometimes covered in plastic.
sometimes, well, did you get really hot? You get a little blanket underneath you so you don't sweat yourself to death. And you'd have your little chicken noodle soup, mostly soup, not enough noodles, but that's fine. And you lay on that couch, you watch The Price is Right, and maybe some of the soaps, General
Some
Hospital.
soaps.
Yeah,
Bold
maybe.
and the Beautiful.
Yeah.
Light.
All of them.
I was
All of
there.
them.
I was
And
there.
what would you drink?
Ginger ale.
Child.
Where are we going with this?
The New York Times, New
Oh,
York
no.
Post, rather, because fuck the New York Times. The New York Post, also big hearty fu, is saying that actually drinking ginger is making your tummy worse. making ginger ale is making it worse. And I would like to say, not during Black History Month. This is
And
what we ain't gonna do.
we're not. Mm-mm. Try
Mm-mm,
again in
mm-mm,
September. I'm not in the mood
mm-mm.
right now.
Take someone else's month, okay? Not during Negro blackity black ass black history month. Well, we are no, we are that combination of things with
We're
saltine crackers would heal you body and soul. I refuse to believe anything else. Okay.
First off, the New York Post is full of hot, fiery lies. Mind your goddamn business. Because how dare you look my grandma in the face and call her a liar? How dare
How?
you?
How?
What do you know?
How?
Mind your damn business. Stay out of black
Mine.
people's business. That, that needs to be the lesson. Go ahead. Go
Stop
ahead.
and mind your business. But this is actually part of your business. Look at your girlfriend
Janelle Monáe's so fucking fine. Oh my
at the
God.
Grammys in this gown.
Jesus. Oh
Savior,
my
help us, Lord.
God.
Just at, just,
Glowing.
just.
If I
Mm.
wasn't gay, she'd make me gay. If I wasn't already there,
It's just like
just the power of conversion is so
she's a
strong within
siren.
her.
She's a siren. She has to be. She has to be a siren. She simply must. No one can convince me that her and Megan and
Victoria Monet.
Victoria and Kelly, all of them, they're all sirens. They're all leading us to our doom.
All of us. And
And
I'm
we're
going
going willingly.
willingly. I pay for it.
We're going willingly.
Take my money. You
Okay.
can have it.
Just take it.
Oh, you
But
want
yeah.
to cuss out anybody else on
I
this?
mean, there's always a list, but I don't need to do this. I
Are
don't
you
need to
sure?
do this.
Because
Yeah, I don't need to do
you
this.
know me. I love it. I'm always here for it.
I'm gonna behave. Wait,
Uh-oh.
another update. Tracy Chapman is
Is
performing
performing.
Fast Car.
Yes, she is. She
Oh my
is.
gosh. Apparently she got a standing ovation at the
Of
Grammy.
of course, because she's Tracy Chapman.
I mean, yes, she deserves
She,
all her flowers.
she is like a a legend and a giant amongst mere
Yes,
mortals in my community.
yes,
So yes, very
yes,
excited for that.
yes. And we could have had a Soul Bowl
We could have.
and a black ass Grammys.
We could have.
Man,
But it didn't happen for
I'm
us. So
saying
I'm sorry. And I know it
it'll be fine.
you don't even like foosball, but I know that you're devastated and that says a lot.
Mm.
I'm sorry, friend.
Anyway,
I've got something that may make you laugh, or I
oh
don't know.
Lord,
I don't know how serious you're going to take this one,
oh
but
Lord.
I've got some comments, but I want to hear your comments first. You ready for this week's
I'm
problematic letter?
I'm never ever prepared for this, but
I
go
like this
on.
one. I like this one. You ready? I need a
Mm-hmm.
name for a young lady, cis hetero young woman.
Do we already do Althea?
No, I'm
Let's
pretty
do
sure I
Althea.
remember that country ass shit. All right. Thank you for the name Whitney. Althea wrote. While snooping through my boyfriend's phone, I found old
Oh,
messages alluding to an ex-wife.
oh,
Of course, I confronted him and asked if he's ever been married, and he explained that he was married when he was in the Air Force. He never brought it up and never talked about it. He answered my questions, but I feel like he hid it from me. Should I be worried? Go ahead, Whitney. You
I
are the
have
best of us.
no, I'm not. Y'all got to start writing it with a little bit more context because you came in hot and what I feel is wrong. Because when we have to begin to snoop, that is when
Mhm.
we have to begin to pack. Because if you are not feeling confident in your partner, or you think that you need to investigate and you feel it, you either need to call the lady or you need to start packing. Like one of the two. Because to snoop means that they're giving you a reason to snoop.
There's a reason. When you're snooping, there's already a reason. And 9 times out of 9.3, it's a good enough reason to leave.
Yeah, or you're being hella insecure. One of those two. Um, so you came in hot there. So you may or may not like my answer, Althea. An ex-wife.
And that's
What?
why.
Write us back. Well, girl.
So
What
I got
happened?
I got to provide a little context
Thank
here.
you.
I don't know who this is from.
Oh, okay. I was
But
like, which one of your people is this from?
here's what I do know. Both of my parents met
Hmm.
in the Navy, in
Hmm.
the armed forces.
Hmm.
And I also happen to work for the Department of the Navy as
Hmm.
a civilian.
Hmm.
Anyone who has very close contact with the military will tell you that marriages come and go very, 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 very quickly in the armed services for a couple of reasons. One, you're young, you're traveling the world, you're meeting new people, you've
All
got
the
a
time.
couple dollars, you're in a new and exciting place, and there are beautiful people there. That's one. My parents met in Bermuda. Anybody can find love
Oh,
in Bermuda,
listen.
but two, I think what also happens is there is a financial incentive to military people who get married. So, what happens? You meet someone wonderful while you're stationed in Italy. You're in the armed forces, they're in the armed forces. You like each other, but you know you're only stationed there for 2 months. You're madly, deeply in love. And then
Hmm.
someone tells you that you know you two are going to be stationed in two separate parts of the world very, very
Hmm.
shortly. How can you resolve that? You get married. You marry a person that you met in paradise. You love
Yeah,
them, and then you don't love them anymore. And
right.
before you know it, you're breaking up and you're getting divorced. I have seen it so many times. I'm not saying any names, but I work alongside sailors and enlisted people and officers. I know a young man who was younger than me who got married 2 times, married and divorced 2 times in just the mere 4 years that I worked alongside of him while he was stationed where I work. It happens all the time. So, Althea, I'll say this. I can almost guarantee you, and I'm sure you got the answers that you wanted, that this is what happened. Your boyfriend was in the military. Your boyfriend got a financial incentive where him and his wife could be making more money if they got married, and it would allow their budding relationship to extend a little bit longer. And then they would not have to be separated because they could stay together, live together, get more income being married, have cheaper, more affordable housing because you get a housing allowance when you're married. You get it for all of your dependents. It sounded like a really good idea to a young man and a young woman at the time, and then they got married and realized this is not the person for me.
This
And
ain't
they
it.
get divorced as quickly as they get married. It happens all the time.
Okay.
Happens all the time.
I
Now,
mean, even without the military,
even- come on, somebody.
even
Listen,
without the military,
I
like,
have
y'all.
seen you lesbians run out after
Oh,
2 weeks of
you're talking
knowing
about your
people.
own people.
I sure am because I've seen it. Y'all fall madly in love at Sweet Heat in Miami.
Not
You
sweet heat.
move across state lines to be together. You
Not
get
sweet heat.
married. For have you ever been to Sweet Heat?
No, girl.
Oh,
I don't
sorry.
go outside. Don't go outside. I go outside to get the mail and I come back home. You know I don't go outside
You
with
believe?
people
I only asked
and
because
places.
I feel like Sweet Heat was a brilliant concept and still is a brilliant concept, but there needs to be an auntie version now because I am a woman of a certain age and I need auntie events. But anyway, I've seen y'all fall madly deeply in love and get married and be divorced by Christmas. It happens in the military, it happens in lesbian relationships. I'm pretty sure it happens in straight relationships, but you know, I stay out of straight people's business because that ain't got a goddamn thing to do with me. So I say all of that to say, Al, what'd you name this young lady? Althea?
Out there.
You say it so country like.
Out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be overly me, not Whitney. I would not be overly concerned if this was an Air Force marriage because I have seen those things happen a lot.
I
They
mean,
come
straights,
and yeah,
especially modern straights. Well, here's the thing. If we're gonna really read modern straights, the reason why there's so much like the divorce level really spiked is because like in around the time that it did, is because, women started getting more autonomy. Like we started to be able to get our own bank accounts, and we
Mm-hmm.
started to be able to own things. Like ask your grandmamas and them. There was a time where they couldn't even have a credit card without their daddy or their husband signing off on it. So
Yep. Couldn't get a
that's
phone
that
in their
on
own
that.
name.
That does not mean that they were like, I love when the podcast bros come on, like grandmom and them stuck in it. Yeah, because she couldn't own shit. It was for
Grandmother was
survival. She couldn't stand that
abused
nigga.
and
Just
had
wait.
nothing.
Just she would make him a special sweet potato pie when she was done with him. Special one. Okay? I'm not saying what I'm saying, but I'm saying what I'm saying, okay?
I hear what you're saying. I'm picking up
Hmm.
what you're laying down.
A special one when she was good and done with him. Um, but I don't know. It All right. I also need to know like how long they've been dating, like, and why does she feel entitled to this information? Like, why do you feel entitled to this information when you're like the new person? Like, you're the girlfriend. You're not the fiance. You're not the you're not like the actual wife. Like, if you were the wife, okay, I understand. And if y'all had been dating for like years,
Years and it never came up. Very,
yeah,
very suspicious.
very suspicious. But if you're like, we just moved from the talking phase to now we're like together phase. Yeah, this is the part where you start to get to know people.
That
You
should be
don't
our
just
next episode. We should talk about the phases because I think the kids got the phases confused. That was a heavy sigh. Are you okay, friend?
because I don't know. I feel antiquated when I talk about these things because
You're not
you have
alone.
to actually go through these phases because it solidifies just not only your romantic relationship but also solidifies your friendship. Like if you want a relationship to really last, like some days, a lot of days, you're not gonna have that romantic shit. It's not gonna be all standing in the rain,
Mm-mm.
flowers and like walking in the park with ice cream and stuff like that. Some days y'all are just literally laughing at nothing, and that's the best thing. Some days you're just chilling with your friend, you're just hanging out with your friend. And that really sustains the relationship. Y'all don't want to be friends. Y'all want to go from immediately like poking each other or
Oh,
whatever activities
Jesus.
you do, whatever activities y'all do, activities, um, to like walking down the aisle together. And that's like, you didn't get to know this person. And also realize like when you're in a relationship with somebody, the person that you met is not gonna be the same person years down the
Baby,
line. And
maybe
neither are
not even
you.
6 months. Don't get me
If you
started.
do it right,
Don't get
if
me
you
started.
do it right, because you're supposed to be growing and you're supposed to be developing, you end up supporting each other's growth and development. Yeah, that could be a whole podcast. I feel myself starting to go. But the point is, number one, the snoopage.
Let's get into that.
The snoopage, either he gave you a reason to snoop or you made up a reason to snoop. Either way, it's a problem. If it was you making up a reason to snoop, I want you to call the lady. But if he gave you a reason to snoop, the last thing need to do is to actually snoop. The first thing you need to do is to go to your partner and have an honest dialogue with them. Like, I don't get this whole I'm going to go diving into their phone. No, no. If I need to snoop, then I need to ask some questions. Like, I
Or
would
just
rather
get
have
rid
a
of you.
dialogue. That too. But
I know I'm not the most mature person. That's why it's the
that's
problem
not
with the
true. That's
podcast.
not true. Like, if we put it into lesbian, uh, and y'all had been together for some time and you know, no,
No,
still. Oh, all right,
I'm
okay.
not.
I was trying to give you the
I'm
benefit
not.
of the
You were
doubt, friend.
trying. It's okay.
I
Don't worry. I've accepted that I ain't shit. It's okay.
no, you're wonderful. Stop. No,
Oh,
I told you not allowed to talk about my friend like that.
you are
I'm
so
not gonna let you talk
kind.
about my friend like that.
That's okay. That's fine. I appreciate you trying to make me look like a decent person to these
You are. I
people.
don't have to do anything. You
Oh,
are. You keep promoting yourself bad. It's bad marketing.
you.
Uh, it is bad marketing. That's all. You just need to polish that up.
I'm working
Um,
on it.
you're doing great. You're
Thank you,
doing
friend.
great. Um, but yeah, the snoopage bothers me. Because that's never been me. Like snooping on your boyfriend's phone, ghosting, all that stuff like that. I'm old
Oh
school.
yeah,
I
you
guess. I
hate
guess I'm old
ghosting,
school.
and I am very pro ghosting. I am
And I'm
pro
very
ghosting.
anti-ghosting.
I
I'm
know.
anti. I'm like,
These are one of
you
the
will
few things we
know.
disagree on.
One of the very few. Because I'm like, if I'm done with you, you will know and you will know exactly why.
And you gonna
Maybe
know.
in written form.
You probably won't find out why, but you'll know when the call's going answered.
I
User
hate
cannot
that
be
shit.
found.
No, because I'm one of the weirdos that needed closure.
I don't. Closure
You
is.
don't.
I am one of those
You
people
get
that
you
believes
make
that
your own
closure.
closure.
I sure do. Once I'm done, I'm done. It's closed. Now the closure you need, you got to go talk to the lady about because you're not getting it from me.
Grand opening, grand closing. That's what the woman said.
That's
That's what
the
she
doors were
said.
open and then they were not.
They are no
And
longer open.
but I respect you've definitely altered in some instances my views on ghosting, and I think that you were right that some people deserve to know exactly why they no longer are allowed the privilege of my presence, and some people
Well,
can
that's
go straight
different.
to hell
Some some
without
people
closure.
earn that,
Yeah,
and
there you go.
that's different.
Yeah.
There's a difference between we're having it and we're just not getting along. Like this
Mhm.
is just not working, like gelling.
Mhm.
And I would rather either be your friend or I'm just not interested in a relationship with you at all. And you have been an absolute trash basket. And we're just done here.
And
Like
we're done here.
there's a big difference.
You're
And
right.
I think you need to give yourself a little bit more credit that you would, because I've seen you do this. You well,
Oh
heard,
yeah,
not personally, but
you
I haven't seen it. I haven't witnessed
you
it,
were a
and I
witness.
was around in the vicinity. And you close the door. Now, what they do behind that door is their business, but you've closed the door for things. But if someone's being an absolute like toxic, nasty person, like yeah, shut that shit down. That's not ghosting.
Get out of
That's
there, girl. Get out of
listen,
there.
run, okay?
Molly, you in
Sorry out
danger,
there. We
girl.
talking to everybody but you.
Everybody but you. Sorry out there. Yes.
Sorry out there.
As Whitney said it, acknowledge why you're snooping. Let's start there. If you need to see the lady, or if he's done something that has led you to believe that that's necessary, have the conversation. But
Please.
also, from what I've seen and from what I know from my personal experiences with people that I love dearly, the military marriages and divorces, if they last more than 2 years, they fall off your credit report fast. You know what they say? It's like the first
Like the
marriage
credit
is like
report.
the first pancake in a batch. You can't be afraid to throw it away. It,
Yeah,
that's a
don't
lot
be
of times
afraid.
that's how it is. Why he chose not to mention it, he might have been embarrassed. He might have realized, like, I married somebody who was a lunatic or who I didn't really
Hmm.
care about. Or I just married somebody because it was an extra $1,000 a month in my pocket. And that's not a good reason to marry somebody.
He
But
liked your thighs.
come
I'm
on,
sorry.
listen.
I'm
As a
sorry.
person who may or may not have been weak for a pair of thighs once or 7 times in my life,
You like legs.
I was the girl trusting a big butt and a smile. So, even after being warned, musically, literally, figuratively, never to trust a big butt and a smile. I'm that girl. So
Never.
I get it.
Don't
100%.
do it.
But yeah, out there, right back to us. Let us know what's going on, what
Please
you
out
found
there.
out, because Whitney be
What you find
pissed.
out about yourself?
Yes. If you
Hmm.
need to see the lady, have you talked
Yeah,
to the lady?
yeah,
And
yeah.
keep us posted.
But much love out there, because like that's got to be a doozy of a thing to find out. It's just the
Listen,
method by which you found
baby,
it out.
baby.
Mm.
Yeah, one day we're gonna talk about like the people who do snoop. What do you do when you ain't supposed to be snooping and then you find out something that you not supposed to know? Like, what's the time frame before you bring that up? Like,
Yeah, because
how
I
do you approach that?
I choose
Somebody,
to keep things not that complicated and just ask, like, hey,
so
let's talk about like exes.
real
Give
random.
them some stories, and I'm like, all right, your turn.
Your turn.
Your turn.
So, ex-wives, got any?
Mhm. Listen, anything up your sleeve in the closet by chance?
I want to be more like
I'm sorry,
Whitney
I'm
when I grow
stupid.
up. I really do. You are not.
No,
You make all the sense of the world.
no, girl.
Out there, write us back. Let us know what's
Please,
going on. Keep us posted.
please.
Anybody else you want to yell at before we get out of here?
Um, I'm trying to remember. No, I gotta find out what happened to Killer Mike because now
All right,
he got got away in handcuffs.
we're gonna find out what happened with Killer Mike, and we'll report back next week. I hope everybody has a great week and continues to enjoy your Black History Month. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.